Hi folks, welcome to this very short episode of The Art of Engineering. Just got back from a week away from ham and was really pining to do some ham radio operating, suffering from withdrawal symptoms. So got home, looked up at the roof, and lo and behold, couldn't see the end-fed half-wave antenna pole, the center pole. So that was a bit of a problem. That had come down. Then went into the shack and tried to do some operating, and the SWR was crazy on the vertical as well. I could see the vertical was still there, but on closer inspection, the actual wire that ran to the top of it was lying in the backyard. I was told that we'd had some really, really bad weather, and that coupled with, I'm sure, some cockatoos having a good old time on it, had seen its demise. So really wanting to get on the radio, we did what any crazy person would do. We put on some glasses that have lights attached to them and we climbed on the roof and did some nighttime repairs. Let's take a look at that.
And pardon the most likely poor quality sound, I haven't got the proper mic in. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I want to play some FD8. So the vertical L is out of operation, as is the end-fed half wave. I've got two poles out of action, one center pole and the end-fed half wave, and the vertical pole has had the top snapped off it. So what I'm going to do is pop this into the top of that mast, what's left of it. This is about the third time I've repaired it, and we will see if we can get ourselves operational at least on the 40 and 20 meter and up bands, so that tomorrow we can survey the damage, which is quite extensive, on the center pole for the end-fed half wave. Well, it's not cockatoo proof, that is for sure, but it'll get me on the air tonight, and I'm probably going to have to revisit it when they get up there and destroy it, and come up with a stronger solution. I think I'm going to go PVC pipe the entire length, and that way they can hang off it all they like.
After all of that, got on the QMX, tried to get FD8 working on it, also tried to do a bit of 50 watt CW, care of the QRP lads linear. Wasn't much happening on CW on the night, so we got on FD8, but of course we had all sorts of rig control problems and various things happening with WSJTX. We finally got it working, so I think I managed to get one FD8 call to the States, US station. So happy about that. We'll have a quick look at that. And it was Mark, Whiskey 7, Mike Whiskey Romeo. And Mark was in Port Angeles, the United States, and that was the only QSO for the night. But I was just happy to work out what was happening with rig control. I was trying to use the TS440S, and there was no TS440 option, which is what I used to use. Anyway, I managed to work out that picking one of the other rigs suddenly got it to work. So don't know what's going on there, but it's working, and that is the main thing. So we will have a play with more FD8 later on with the QMX. And then this morning, last day of the holidays, it absolutely bucketed down. Kitchen roof started leaking again, which gave me a good reason to get up on the roof, because my wife wanted me to fix the roof. Well, little did she know, I did have an antenna support to fix up there as well. So we got up there and we effected the repairs. Unfortunately, I was chasing that window in the weather, so there was no way I was going to be up there filming at the same time. But I'll show you the finished results.
So there it is in all its glory, and I don't know if you can see, but at the bottom now we've got a piece of PVC pipe to stiffen it up and hopefully make it bird proof, which is what I've done previously to repair this pole. Now, the Haverford poles are really great when you leave them out for a long period of time in the outdoors, which is not what they're intended for. They do tend to suffer a little bit, and obviously if you've got 7 or 8 cockatoos playing on it, that doesn't help as well. This is a really bodgy repair. I think that'll survive about one bird before it breaks, but it got me on the air last night, and that was the main thing.
And then we got in the shack and had a little bit of a play on FD8. not that much happening, but decided I'd jump on the Hermes and have a listen around and see what's happening on the bands. I'll have a look at a waterfall. And who should call but VK3XU, Drew Diamond, author of Projects for the Radio Amateur. Now, as you well know, Drew, the author of Radio Projects for the Amateur. I've talked about these books on my channel on numerous occasions, and I'm always digging into these for the knowledge that's been garnered over years and years of radio experimentation, obviously a professional career in electronics and engineering as well. Drew was on his homebrew 100 watt rig, and I was getting him 20 dB over, and he was getting me 559 QRP on the Hermes Lite. And so we had a lovely little chat, and then he had to go and have a cup of tea. I'm an absolute fanboy, as you well know, and I told him all about the projects that I've constructed in here and all the great fun that I'm having with the homebrew. So he was very encouraging, as he always is. Here's a little bit of the QSO, in case you don't believe that I actually spoke to God. So the holidays are over. I'm going to jump on the interweb and do some ordering. Bit of shopping. It's always nice when stuff's arriving in the mail to keep the projects rolling and give me plenty of options if a project doesn't cooperate like I need it to. Yes, folks, it's that point in the video, that psychedelic point, where I'm going to ask you to reach down and smash that like button or that dislike button, whatever you prefer. And perhaps you could pound that subscribe button just like it's a CW key. This is some beautiful footage from Mount Wilson, Blue Mountains, just outside Sydney. We had a wonderful time in this garden, and no, I didn't try any of the mushrooms. Let's get back to the video. See, I wasn't lying, it was a short video. 7.3, and I shall see you in the upcoming video, which is actually going to be operating from apartments. So keep an eye out for that when it hits the channel.
Cheerio.